Yacht Show 2025 over at the Garmin booth, and I'm here with Rayhan. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
How's the show so far?
Show's been fantastic. It's
awesome.
Day 3 here, so I don't want to say it's slowing down. It still feels like it's picking up, but it's got a really good vibe this year. Happy to be here.
Excellent. Now, has Garmin been here before?
Oh yeah, we've been here for way longer than I've worked at Garmin.
And obviously been in the outdoor space for many, many years.
Absolutely. We started in 1989 in Kansas City, in Olathe, Kansas, and have been there ever since.
Awesome. So I actually was in a bike shop the other day looking at these Instinct 3s here. So these are new, right? Or pretty much new?
Yep, they launched at CES. This is the Instinct line. I love it. This is a tough, rugged, multi-sport GPS watch. You know, it's everything you want, nothing you don't need, but really it's an incredible unit because it's an intentionally low-powered platform.
Yep.
So it's a monochromatic display here. And so when we're talking about battery life, Garmin really focuses heavily on battery life. So with that monochromatic display, it doesn't use a lot of power, and so the battery life is incredible. So you got 28 days from regular, and then you've actually got unlimited battery life potential with solar charging. For the first time, we've actually gone with an AMOLED display here on the Instinct 3, so that's something new this year. You can see it's an incredibly crisp display right there.
Clean too, smooth.
Oh, very cool, very clean. It still has quite a bit of battery life. Like I said, 24 days, smartwatch on that one.
How's like the weight and all that? Like if you pick one of those up right now, like off, I mean, obviously the string there, but
you wouldn't even feel it on your wrist.
Okay, so very comparable to the smartwatches.
People always look at this and they say, oh man, that looks like a big watch, but as soon as they hold it in their hand, it's so light. And from an outdoor, I've always been in the outdoors. I've always loved this one, just because, like I said, it's light, it's tough, it's rugged. You don't have to think about it with battery life, but it also keeps so many of the top line features that we see from health and wellness, from sports, from activity tracking, pretty much anything you want to do, we have that. And if you don't want to watch that size, we actually have different sizes. So you can actually go with a smaller one. This is also the Instinct E. So it's a little bit simplified version of it.
Oh yeah.
But it's sitting at a little bit lower of a price point, and it has a lot of the same features, but maybe just a little bit less for somebody who doesn't want as much. You can even see here, it's compass navigation on it. Really just an outstanding unit.
And now these all are shipping now?
Yep, all of these watches are live. Like I said, the Instinct 3 launched at CES, so that would have just been, I think, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I know, right here in Vegas.
Yeah,
yep.
Right here in Vegas, so back to back.
Back to back, all right. And then charging wise, I mean, I'm assuming it's all, waterproof, weatherproof.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Pretty sure built to a milled standard. I need to check, but there's your charger right there.
Okay.
It's funny. These things, they're meant to stay on your wrist, and so you'll forget about it. And it used to be that I used to have people come up and be like, oh, at shows and be like, oh, I need to charge my watch, and I felt bad for a while. I was like, why are people doing this? And then I'd ask them about it, and they say, you know what? I never have to charge this watch, so I always forget to have to bring a charger. And so that's that. That's really good on that side.
That's the best part. That's incredible.
It's fantastic.
Now, can you get notifications?
Yep, absolutely.
Like push notifications, yep.
Connect with notifications, and here's a really fun aspect.
Let's see if we get it.
You have a flashlight there. And it is so, I mean, I use it from a hunting perspective all the time, outdoors, but really, like, when I first saw that, I was like, I don't know about that. And then as soon as you put it on, you start using it. I use it every day.
Yeah.
I mean, every day, whether it's just getting up in the middle of the night, going checking on things, you will be surprised at how handy that is.
And no digging around for your phone.
No digging around for your phone. It's always on your wrist. Don't have to worry about it.
Solar, is that through the screen itself?
Yep. This has a solar charging lens across it. The outside of it is going to be 100%, and then the center of it here is going to be about 10% on that side.
Oh, very cool. All right, I think we have another model across the way here.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, so if Instinct isn't for you, here's the deal. If whatever it is you're passionate about, we probably have a watch for you on this one.
Yeah.
This is the Fenix. This is going to be a flagship watch for us within the outdoors. Incredibly popular, tough, rugged. I think we just celebrated the 10th year of the Instinct, actually. So when we look at this one, premium outdoor watch, if you look, it's got everything you're going to want on it, including golf courses if you want that.
Full color, Yep.
1.4-inch AMOLED display on it. It also does have, solar charging on these ones.
Yep.
New, we got a speaker and mic for voice messaging and control. You've also got that built-in flashlight. So again, this is going to be for somebody who wants one that's got a little bit more features than an Instinct, but still light, still tough, still built to that. If you're into the outdoors, this is going to be one for you as well.
Yeah. So that one is more. What's it made of? Stainless steel?
I would need to check. I think I know it's a sapphire solar charging lens on that one.
Okay.
And I think it might be a titanium.
Yeah, but it's not the plastic like the Instinct 3.
No,
or the
it's
polymer,
not.
Yeah.
It's not a polymer on that
Yeah,
one.
so that's the difference too. So it's like the other one's more like heavy outdoors. This one's for like next up level. Titanium, yep. Same. What kind of battery life comparable to the Instinct 3?
Yeah, so this one, because it's going to be using a little bit more kind of on the color, on the display and mapping and stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit less, but you're still getting incredible battery life. So, for example, on the Solar Sapphire, you got 21 days in smartwatch mode, 67 hours in GPS mode. On the AMOLED over here, it's going to be 16 days and 47. So 21 days with solar, 16 days without. So still more than 2 weeks of battery life, up to 3
More
weeks
than
of
enough.
Yeah, more than enough on that side.
And built-in GPS, built-in maps, right?
Correct.
Now those updated through the app, or how's that work?
Yeah, so you can update it. It will update through the app on that side.
That's the best way?
Yep.
That's really cool. Now, are these available now?
Yes, everything here is available.
Oh, so cool. All right, and I think we have a couple more things on the wall back there, and we'll be on our way.
We got a bunch of different stuff over here, but what I want to tell you about first is these are our InReach devices. InReach is a two-way SOS and text communication device. It operates on the Iridium satellite network, which is low Earth orbit satellite. It has global coverage on it. So really what this comes down to is if you don't have cell service, you still have a means for communication, so you can text people. And if there is an emergency, you can also declare an SOS. Each InReach is going to have an SOS functionality. You just would open this up, and there's a button. When that happens, three things happen simultaneously. First is going to go to Garmin Response. The SOS message is going to go to Garmin Response. Garmin Response is going to be in contact with the most appropriate emergency response coordinator within the area. From that side, they're going to contact the InReach user to see what the situation is, and then they're also going to contact the emergency contacts listed on the InReach account and know, hey, there was an SOS declared there. So when we look at InReach devices, they're all going to have different use cases with it. They're all going to have this same core functionality. For people who want mapping, a GPS 67i is going to be a great one right there. Our newest one here is going to be our InReach Messenger Plus, and this is a huge step forward because this device now, in addition to texting and SOS capabilities, you can use it to send photo and voice messaging via satellite. So now you take a photo on your phone and use this, and it will send this out via satellite. So anywhere if you don't have cell service, you'd be able to send a photo or a 30-second voice memo. That's really important for two reasons. One, to take people along with you on your adventure, right? Now you don't have to describe what a sunset looks like, right? You can take a photo and send it over to them, or people can hear the excitement in your voice if you're summiting a mountain with the voice memo. But from an emergency standpoint, if you have an emergency and SOS, you can use those functionality as well. So you can take a picture of a situation and send that and be like, here's the situation. People can say, all right, these are the resources we're going to need. Or you can send a 30-second voice memo and say, here's what's going on in a little bit more detail. So all in all, just a fantastic unit. I say, if you even go on gravel, you should get one of these. So anybody who's in the outdoors or does anything, really look into the Garmin InReach products. Fantastic.
You just never know.
Units.
You just never know. Now you charge it up, pack it with you. How's the battery life?
Like all Garmin products, we really put a huge emphasis on our battery life. So battery life on some of these can be up to a month, I want to say, with the InReach Mini 2. It's going to depend on a few different variables, including your track point. So if you have a higher fidelity track point, when you're tracking, that's going to use more batteries. If you have a lower update rate, that's going to have extend your battery life.
Now, is there a subscription you got to get to make sure you kind of fully use the features?
That is correct. So InReach devices, in order to use those features, you're going to need a subscription through Garmin with that one. And
makes sense.
And I think it starts at about $14 a month.
Not bad. All right, you want to just move on down the line?
Yeah,
I think we have just a couple more new things.
So if we look, this is actually going to be a product that we launched here at SHOT Show. This is the Alpha XL, so it's about 3 days old, so that's that.
Brand new Alpha XL.
This is actually a hunting-focused vehicle navigator. So many of the people who run big running dogs use other products like our DriveTrack 71 or our Tread, and what you would do then was pair one of these units, a dog tracking unit, into this, and then it would track the collar collars. What's really unique about this one is it's your vehicle navigator, so on-road, off-road capabilities, satellite imagery, topo mapping, but you can actually pair the Garmin collars directly into this device as well. So if you want to track your dogs or train your dogs directly from this device, you can do that. And then if you also just want to hop out, you can take it off. You've got up to 2 hours of portable use when you're around right there. So that is the Alpha XL.
All right.
Great.
How many collars can hook up to one?
That can track up to 20 dogs.
20 dogs, and these guys right down here, right?
Yep. So when we look, those are the Alpha units. So anybody who's into dogs for tracking, for hunting, I'd really recommend looking at that. These collars are what we were talking about. This is a TT25, and this is actually a pretty new collar as well. That's a T20, similar. Really nice because these are modular collar units. So you can replace the GPS flex band to make it larger or smaller. You can do the antenna to make it larger or smaller. You can pop out and put new batteries in or extended battery life, and you can do that all in field if you need to. So really highly customizable, and anybody who's got dogs that go off leash, I highly, highly, highly recommend those.
Up to 9 miles.
That's correct.
What's the battery life?
Battery life is going to get you through pretty much any weekend hunt I think you're going to want. I'd need to check specifics on the battery life, but it's I've never run out of battery on a hunt. I'll put it that way.
Now, do these need a subscription?
No, these do not need a subscription.
Okay, they hook right up to it, and away you go.
Yep, that is correct.
Very cool. Well, hey, thanks so much.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Absolutely.